valuable resources.
Did you see that 12-year-old girl or whatever from Canada breaking down the banks?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we got to see that.
A Canadian? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was great. No, she's breaking down Canadian banks.
Canadian banks?
So there's no reason to get nationalistic or anything.
Right. People get very nationalistic about the Canadians commenting on our side of the border.
When she brings up, it says, like, a mortgage, they considered it a death note. Like, you're basically, we got you for life.
Yeah.
How long is this?
It's probably going to, what did it say?
We'll just catch a little.
Yeah, we'll watch a minute of it.
Make it big, Sam, so we can see this youngster.
Yeah, where's the youngster?
Yeah.
Breaking down the banks.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
Here she comes, eh?
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered why Canada is in debt? Have you ever wondered why the government forces Canadians to pay so many taxes? Have you ever wondered why the bankers from the largest private banks are becoming wealthier and the rest of us are not? Have you ever wondered why the gross national debt is over $800 billion?
That's it.
Or why we are spending $160 million a day on the interest of the national debt? That's $60 billion a year.
It's nothing compared to us, by the way.
Have you ever wondered who receives the $60 billion? What I have discovered is the banks and the government have colluded to financially enslave the people of Canada.
Dead before 15.
I will share with you 3 important points of reference, which will hopefully spark enough interest and concern for you to continue the research on your own and to engage your government
like a red dot coming on her forehead.
People of Canada. First, we will briefly examine the Bank of Canada. Second, we will see how our banking system works today. And lastly, I will offer a viable solution that we can petition our government to implement. A very little-known figure in Canadian history is J.L. Gradden McGeer.
Who?
He was a lawyer, member of Parliament, and mayor of Vancouver. His contribution to Canada is probably the greatest in our history. He championed the creation of the National Bank of Canada.
Must be a chore.
This is their Federal Reserve.
Is to create and manage Canada's money. It was formed on July 3rd, 1934, and owned by all Canadians.
Until
the 1970s, because of the Bank of Canada, Canada's national debt was held at a constant, manageable level, until the government decided to implement what we now have as our modern-day banking system that is robbing the Canadian people. So how are they robbing us?
How does a 12-year-old do this?
Allow me to explain how our private banks and government work today. First, the Canadian government borrows money from the private banks. They then lend Giuseppe's money to Canada with compounded interest. The government then continues to increase taxation of Canadians year after year in order to pay back the interest on the exponentially growing national debt. What results is inflation, less real money for Canadians to spend into our economy, and the real money being used to pad the pockets of the banks.
Oh, boy.
Also,
this is any American
the government gives
conversation.
No, this is the game. Money
this is the game.
that doesn't exist in the form of loans.
This is obviously...
When a bank gives you a mortgage, which literally means a death pledge or a loan, they don't actually give you money. They click a key on a computer and generate the fake money out of thin air. They don't actually have it in their bank vaults. Presently, the banks only have $4 billion on reserve, but they have loaned out over $1.5 trillion.
Loaned out.
To quote Graham Towers, each and every time a bank makes a loan, a new bank credit is created. New deposits, brand new money. Broadly speaking, all new money comes out of a bank in the form of loans. As loans are debt, then under the present system, all money is debt.
I don't know how much more you want to listen to this.
This kid's great.
She's nailing it, though.
Obviously, it's an adult who figured, look, there's less chance they're going to kill a 12-year-old girl.
Right.
So you say this.
Right, for us.
Say it for us.
Wow. Please.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's it. You ever think, I was thinking about, like, I got the loan for my house. It's like I never had the money.
You never had the money.
All of a sudden, I just get this statement with this number on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you owe us this. And
they never had the money.
Dude, this is how nuts it is. When I had had water damage on my house, and I had insurance. So when the check came, it was made out to me, my girl, and fucking the mortgage company. So I'm like, why is it also made out to these guys? So I'm like, I got to get them to sign the back of this thing. Where are they? Who do I go to?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I call them up, and they go, oh, no, you guys sign the check over to us, and we hold on to the money. And I go, wait a minute. I go, it's my insurance. Why are you guys holding on to the money? And they go, well, because we have a vested interest in the property.
So do I.
And so I said, so do I. I live there. And then they basically just kept going, no, if it's over $10,000 in damage, it's our policy that we hold on to the money. And I kept saying, why? And she goes, it's our policy. And I go, I know, why? And she goes, I just told you why. I go, no, you didn't. I know, it's your policy. I'm saying, why does that policy exist? And I basically broke her down to the point, this is what happened. They fucked over so many people by loaning them $250,000 for a house that's only worth $180 now. And people were so fucked, and they were going to lose their houses, that when they had $10,000 worth of damage and they got the check, they go like, well, I'm not putting it into this sinkhole. And they kept the money and bought like a Dodge Challenger and had a keg party or whatever the fuck they did, right? Bought some Air Jordans. So then the banks would get the houses back with the hole in the fucking roof that they had to fix. So they don't trust me because they fucked people so bad. They don't trust me that I'm going to do the right thing on my own house. So they literally treating me like a child. So I have to give them the money. And I have to do a third of the job, have the workers stop, and then they have to have a worker come over to check the quality to make sure.
Holy shit!
Make sure you're not just on the cheap, patching it up and pocketing the rest.
So this is all I do, is I just knock down the principal, because I hate having people having that level of control over me.
Let me ask you a question about this, though, because I did the same thing with my loan. I got a loan from the bank for X amount to pay off this, to buy this place. So, but when they gave me that loan, 10% at equity and the other 80% at fucking a regular rate, it went to the guy who I bought the place from. But then he had the money. So when she's saying that the money doesn't exist, if that guy wanted to withdraw all that money, he could have, and it came from my bank. Like, do you know what I mean?
But this is the thing. But through taxes and penalties, you can do whatever you want with your money, but they're going to ass rape you. They basically, through the taxes and penalties, they funnel you down this same chute. Like, it's unbelievable. Like the money that I foolishly put into the stock market, like, I don't even look at it like I'm ever going to get it back. Like, I get it back when I'm like 70. It's like, oh, you can take it out now, but we're going to charge you.
We're going to ass rape you.
Yeah, we're going to charge you. Or you can
just leave it there.
Just leave it in there. So, I don't know. Like, but this is the thing, though. So say like, if you ever go to, like, if you sold a house for $800,000 and then you go to the bank, I want that $800,000 in cash. They're like, I'll take a couple of days, because they don't have it.
No,
it's not there. They don't have
big vault full of gold and cash stacks.
There's nothing. I don't know. There's just like the bullshit that they stick into ATMs, I would think.
Yeah.
Just to keep the other, because other than that, now what's great is everybody uses the debit cards and checks. So now it's like, great. Now we don't even have to have the phony stuff to cover the phony stuff.
Just numbers.
It's all numbers. You work all week. You get a number on this piece of paper. You stick it in the thing, and there's the number. That number goes there. That number goes there. But I know what Jim's saying, but here's the deal, Jim. Yeah, you buy a place. You get a loan from the bank, and money goes to the guy and for the most part, again, it's just numbers transferred from account to account. If every single seller of a house wanted cash, there wouldn't be enough
problem,
cash.
Right?
And then also,
they have so much loans out, they don't have that money.
Right.
No, and they can if you deposited $1,000, they could legally loan off that $1,000 to each one of us. So they like counterfeit another $4,000 that doesn't even exist. And if you got your $800,000, what are you going to do? Stick it in the mattress? You're going to go stick it in a bank, and they got it back.
That's the fear of being arm robbed. Is you put it in the bank just so nobody can break into your place and steal it.
To get no interest at this point.
I was in the bank yesterday opening an account for a new corporation or a new LLC. It was
what are they offering?
She's like, well, we could open a savings account, and she was nice, and I'm like, I'm so disgusted with the Bank of America. They did my corporate or my company through this bank, so I'm opening a checking account there. But I'm like, I put all my money in this one place to invest it. You guys, I said, not you personally, but are reprehensible. With the computer records and the fact that you messed up my final mortgage payment, and I had to go through it with the bank manager. They fucking stink. All of them stink.
They try to get me every time when I'm depositing or taking something out of my checking account. And I have enough in there to fuck around, buy some dinosaurs for my yard and whatnot. So they always go like, oh, yeah, I see your balance here. Do you want to, talk about an account, this? It's like, really? What are you going to give me? Like, what could they possibly offer me? 0.5%?
That's what they're offering.
On my money, so
that's
fuck
about
you.
It.
I like when they'll call me up and be like, you're eligible to refinance your mortgage and, get the lower interest rate. It's like, yeah, but then I start off at payment number 1. You're sending me all the way back to the start line again for 30 years. And it's just like, do you think I'm an idiot? And the guys go, no, well, this would be a lower mortgage payment. I go, dude, there's no way you're sitting at a bank going, how can I make less money off this guy? It's like, I can't intellectually break down what you're doing, but I know what your job is.
Less payments for me, less money for me to pay you every month.
It's not like I called him up and I figured it out. Oh, wait, I can refine. He's calling me. He's fucking guy's calling me like a psycho like 6 times. I finally picked up. And I'm just like, why do you keep calling me about this?
Why would you do that?
We just want to make sure that you get the bloop. No, you don't.
It's got to be in their favor.
You could be paying less every month.
Yeah, that's like goes back to that thing I talked about with those save cards, at those things. It's just like it's like, do you think that CVS and these people are going, how can we make less fucking money off of these goddamn people?
Bill breaks it down perfectly.
Do you have a CVS card?
No. Do you want one? And that's what I love, too. And then when you pay with the credit card, then you just watch them. They'll just grab a random one and swipe it there for you. And it's like, why the fuck did you I just said I want to pay more money for this.
Right.
And you did that. It's because you're taking my personal information. I think they sell it to other companies like, he loves this toothpaste. He loves the toothpaste. What can we get for that? You want to know what kind of toothpaste this guy likes? Like,
dude, abso-fucking-lutely.
Don't give him your number ever. Don't give him the information.
They get it, though.
They've always swiped their own.
Right.
When they go like, you got a CVS card? No. Oh, we happen to have one right here. Zip.
I'll just do this for you. I'll just do this for you.
And it goes out on the fucking, your credit card info's got everything. So then you're getting junk mail. You're getting fucking shit email.
So this is what I do. I pay cash. But it's like Texas Hold'em, like, or whatever. Like, you don't show the credit card or the cash. You're like, oh, I don't have it, and then you act like you're gonna fucking swipe a card, and then they do the little boop with the CVS thing.
Now
so I got the money, and then bam, I slap. I'm a ghost.
Good. You
don't know me.
He's off the grid. He's off the grid.
And that right there, guys, how you get the discount on the fucking deodorant.
Fucking Bill, I love it.